interesting question. The answer, I mean, the quick answer is no.
Yeah.
I think, well, at least I'll share my own journey. I kind of went from professional swimmer to management consultant to business strategist to becoming a student again, and now a lecturer, and going on an entrepreneur, and etc. etc. I think it's a question of whether, like, how we can live kind of with audacity, but that kind of audacity should be grounded in having authenticity, you know, knowing yourself, understanding, okay, why you're doing this, like really deeply rooted in the why, and leading a purposeful life and not worrying about what other people might think or expect, and just living out loud. You know, what's your take?
That question is way too difficult.
I think it's a balance, you know. I think there's something that you can plan, you can hope for, you can strategize for. But there's also a part where it's serendipity.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's serendipity, and you know, life is about chances. If you tell, you know, that 3 years ago or 2 years ago, or even 1 year ago, right before I was told about this, that she would become a lecturer, I would have laughed. Like, I never thought about that. So it wasn't in the plan, it was a detour. But it was a very happy detour. And I think sometimes we need to plan as much as we can, but leave out, you know, at least 50% or 60% for...
She's very well planned. I mean, 50%, 60%.
I mean, just leave it out for life to throw you a surprise. And believe me, if you are looking to go for something, and something is really something you're passionate about, you know, even if this is not the right time now, don't give up on it, because the more you think about it, the more likely you're gonna be, you know, choosing things that are relevant to that, and sooner or later you might be on the path that you want. So I guess in a nutshell, you know, life is a dance between opportunities and planning.
No, I mean, I remember, so we started the magazine in year 2000. I was 22. And then I decided at the age of 25, I was going to go back and complete my legal training. And even at that point, I was like, oh my God, I'm too old to change what I'm doing. And I remember getting lectures from friends who were older, colleagues who were older, and like mentors saying, seriously, you're only 25, I don't know what you're talking about. And then so I went ahead with that. But I remember at that point, for me, it was all I knew was our magazine and the media.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, of course, I'd read law and I understood it, and I had friends who were in the sector, but it was really sort of like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And so you're standing at the edge, kind of like, you know, you first dive into the pool, and you're not really sure if you want to do it or not. But anyways, it was sort of like bombs away, and I just jumped in. And then when I came back, it was like, oh, okay, so I guess that wasn't, I opened that door, went down that route, and came back again. And then now, I guess, no, I don't think it's too late. I see a lot of people who are into their second, third, fourth career. They look like they're about to retire at the age of 65, and then it's multiple careers from there. So I think it's not the age, it's much more your mindset, your mentality, and being open to new doors. I think that's what it is.
See, there's an inspiration right there.
Ta-da! I'm always opening doors. I'm like, oh, I don't know, but I keep my doors open. No, I can tell you honestly, there are many days, many moments when I'm not smiling, and probably have my head underneath the pillows going, oh, I can't do this anymore. Or just thinking, is this the path for me? And then you sulk a bit, you think about giving up, then you ask yourself, is this what I want to do? And then you have husband next to you going, yes, this is what you want to do. I don't care what anybody else tells you. If this is what you want to do, you go and do it. And it's like, okay. And then I look at my kids and they're like, yeah, go, mommy. Just pursue what you want to do. And I think that's what gives me the ultimate power. So, but when I was a kid, like before hubby existed and children existed, it was hard. I always questioned what I wanted to do vis-a-vis what I was told to do.
Oh.
And well, back then I went with what I was told to do. And then I realized, no, now I want to be me, and that's okay.
Yeah, that is such a cool story to hear from. I mean, it's an inspiration, really, to hear from someone who actually walked through that. And now,
I'm still walking, still running.
Yeah, and
Still
Jessica
walking, still
is still evolving.
Yes.
And the way I think about it is that, we kind of take life as a design process, and there's like no end point. It's just many bus stop rides, like bus stop stops.
Yes, a lot of stops.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of detours and stops. Yes.
Exactly. And every time we arrive at a different destination, but then we keep on iterating on ourselves, who we are, what we want, and it's more understanding as we go, along this journey, we understand ourselves more, and I think that's what's more valuable. And at the end of the day, I think it's just about, are we okay with it? At the end of the day, I think it's ourselves who need to be looking in the mirror and answering that. Are we happy with our choices?
Yeah.
And if we are, then we're probably on the right path, even though things might be difficult.
Yeah. And I am a believer that once you are on that path and your mind is there, it draws the things that lead you to that path. So
is that called the law of attraction?
It is. I mean, I've read that book, I don't know how many years ago, The Secret. And when I read it, I thought, okay, yeah, sure, I'm going to think about it. It's going to happen to me. But I've seen it a lot, especially with the last couple of months when we took the company out and started on our own on a completely new platform. And when we became more vocal about what we do and what we believe in, it's suddenly attracted a lot of other quiet or vocal communities, companies, individuals, and it's empowering. And then the more we empower each other, it's sort of like multiplier effect. Yeah.
Wow, that's something I would love to hear.
Because is she interviewing me or my?
I know. Welcome to the Jessica Show. No, because as a younger person taking wisdom from you.
I'm young.
It's as I am about to start, a new journey on entrepreneurship, that's also something that, I'm also standing on a cliff right now, to jump or not to jump. No, but the decision is to jump. So I'm also looking for people and for things to come together and not losing that kind of belief, because I think one day it will come true, and I have this belief, and that's enough.
You've got to believe it. If you don't believe it, there is no way in chance it's going to happen. You've got to at least see it in your own mind first. No, it's sort of like a mantra I do every night. I picture I picture where I want us to be, and then I go to sleep on it.
Yeah. Even I used to be a professional swimmer, and before our races, we would visualize how we want the race to turn out. So I guess this technique is quite applicable.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think knowingly and unknowingly. Like sometimes I just drift off in my daydream. I'll be thinking about things, making myself happy, but without myself realizing it, I think I'm already visualizing. So daydreaming might be productive. I think there's two sorts of ways to think about it. One, you change it because you're pivoting. This doesn't serve what you believe anymore, and you're just making a different choice. The other is there's letting go, there's pivoting, that might all manifest as changing. I think it's very hard to put like black and white. We often say don't give up until you make it. But I think in reality, there's not such black and white, that you just stick to it and you make it happen no matter what. I think there's also nuances where pivoting, letting go, unexpected life circumstances. it's very hard to put an answer to it in reality.
Yeah.
But of course, I would say try, if that's really your dream, your goal, like plan it, and then also be looking for help, be looking for, also putting in the hard work and making it happen as much as possible.
Yeah, I think so.